you can see how I make these. These are pretty much thrown together all the same. Some crap to put it on. So like I showed before, see the arc can take on different sounds. So I'm showing that to basically try to explain that I'm learning a lot just listening to these arcs and changing the phase angle around. It has a lot to do with low voltage coils I've made, the type of sound a certain arc is making, stuff like that. Seems to be basically all based around just the particular phase relation that's going on and how that affects how the arc propagates. The way that sound kind of shifted as I changed the angle around, I would say that's what I've over time grown to say is what it's supposed to sound like. If I start hearing a bunch of wonky stuff, then I might start assuming that I've got that phasing on my primary reversed. I've added some turns on this primary compared to the test one. So the test one was pulling a good amount of power. I really just added like a couple more turns on there. Now it pulls a good deal less power. The arcs are a little bit shorter as a result of it. But I think I can probably deal with that if that means that I can get away with continuous wave. Due to this phasing, starts off real low, and it starts to get up there as that arc pulls out. Now the thing is, I've got a 5 amp fuse in there, so it'll probably, I'm guessing that's not real completely accurate, and that 5 amp fuse will pop before long. It's starting off not really chugging, and as I turn the voltage up higher and higher, then it really starts chugging. I'm freaking that dog out. So you see now it's starting off real high, real high. This meter is not accurately showing it, but I feel the variac working less hard as I get all the way up. I already know that's not accurate for some reason because it's not popping the fuse when it reads 8-9 amps and all that. So for whatever reason, that's not accurate. It's a little better like this. So this is actually telling me 10 amps off this variac all the way up. Thing is, I don't feel the hum in here at all, and it's not popping that 5 amp fuse, and I know it's a 5 amp fuse, so I need to figure out what's going on with that. But anyway, I'm going to cut it down a little bit. Let me see, about 75. Not bad. Oh, so there the fuse just popped. So it took me that point to get all the way up to enough to pop a 5 amp fuse, and that was the closest I got to 120. I don't have any more 5 amp fuses, that's the problem. Yeah, just to be sure, popped it, not violently, luckily, 5 amps. So yeah, like I say, that's the last 5 amp fuse I got. I have to put like a 10 amp one in there or something, and you know, risk blowing up that little variac. So like I thought, all I had was 10 amp fuses, and that's what I got in here now, unfortunately. I'm guessing that'll at least allow me to crank it all the way up. Low voltage, really not pulling whole lot, relatively. Then as I get up in voltage, really starts spitting that arc out. So now I'm just going to swing it up real quick to 120 and swing it back down just to see what it'll do. I'm really curious to see what it's pulling when it's arcing, so I'm going to see if I can catch that real quick while looking at it. Okay, so it looked like about 6 amps. So yeah, it looks like somewhere close to that tuning is what I'm looking for. You don't have to smooth the arcs to get continuous wave smooth to pull violent arcs. The only benefit there is they're quieter because you flatten them out. But if you're looking for just mean hot arcs, then clearly half wave or full wave is probably what you're looking for because it consumes less power. So yeah, that's about 80 volts right there. Because again, the goal here is to try to run it from a 500 VA variac. See if I can pull the arcs just because I've done it before. So I'm kind of getting close there. Okay, so that was about 55 VAC, 5560. So anyway, I realized I can't hold my phone and do this at the same time. It's probably gonna be a horrible angle. Yeah, it's probably gonna be a horrible angle. Anyway, let me see. You're looking at the arcs like straight on, but let's see if I can get this to work. I'm sort of cranking it up and back down while I'm drawing the arc because I'm afraid if it blasts out with full power without me loading it down enough, then it might pop something before that fuse. So that was about 80 volts. Woo! So the heatsink's still cold, so it's not like it's like pulling crazy juice. But I'm thinking if when I do cut it all the way up, especially 150, but if I can get it like straight from the wall or something to be able to do that, that'd be pretty sweet. I gotta basically stop now because it's driving this dog over here insane. So not quite at max voltage yet. Anyway, yeah, that was almost all the way up. It's not bad.